Hey, it's your boy Konji. I'm back here with another video. Cause the pipes, you know. I'm reacting to. Oh God, I don't know how to say his channel's name. So at the end, I'm gonna try to say it, you know. But for right now, I'm reacting to "What Are You Doing with Your Life?" The tail end. What are you doing with your life, to be honest? To be watching a low grade small YouTuber like me with like 58 subscribers, you know. Bless up, you know. I love you guys that are watching me, you know. From the heart, bro.
Wrapping your mind around your life is pretty hard because you're up to your neck in it. It's like trying to understand the ocean while learning how to swim. On most days, you're busy just keeping your head above water. So it's not easy to figure out what to do with your life and how to spend your time.
It's like you don't know what to do because you can't figure out what you want to do while, you know, like the situation's happening. Like, you can't decide that, oh, I'm gonna I was gonna relate this to sports, but there's no point in that. He already said it perfectly.
There are a million distractions. Your family, friends and romantic partners, boring work, and exciting projects.
Boring work.
Video games to play and books to read.
Come on.
And then there's your
I like
couch
reading too.
that somebody needs to lie on. It's easy to get lost. So let's take a step back and look at your life from the outside.
Okay. I'm intrigued. That's his channel name.
The average Kurzgesagt viewer is around 25 years old.
That's how you say it? Kurzgesagt? I butchered that, but you know, I fuck with his animation. He's so talented at animation. Whoever edits his video, if it's him or not, they're so good.
Which is a pretty good time in the life of most people. The insecurities of the teenage years have begun to recede. Maybe you find yourself in a job or a long-term relationship. Maybe you've started a family or are working on an advanced degree. Maybe you're not doing any of that and still want to enjoy life, whatever that means to you. Or maybe you feel stuck and don't know where to go yet.
That's what I'm saying, bro. When you're young, you're stuck and you just don't know what path to go. Should I try to follow my dreams and not listen to other people that are trying to, disencourage me from following my dreams? Should I go work? Should I go to uni? Should I go do this and that? It's a lot of stuff for you to grasp.
20 people watching this video will get to live to 100. Let's assume you are one of the...
Do you think you're going to live to 100? To be honest, I know I'm not going to live to 100, fam. I know.
Which means you had a total of 5,200 weeks of life at your disposal when you were born.
Oh shit.
You spent the first 600 weeks of your life being a kid and 400 being a teenager. During this time, you were pretty useless for society and also not very free to make your own decisions.
Yeah, I guess so. That's true. As a baby,
your first assignment
you're just a liability, you know?
Jag.
That's a very bad thing to say. You're basically just somebody who's trying to vibe and doesn't give a fuck about paying rent or anything like that.
As a payoff, you were somewhat spared from the consequences and responsibilities of adulthood.
Yeah.
Mostly because well-meaning adults protected you by cleaning up your mess and giving you time to find yourself. This time is necessary to make you, at least in theory, a functioning human. Although most people probably don't feel like that after puberty. In any case, by the time you're 20...
After puberty, bro, I don't know what it is, fam. It may be the endorphins or the hormones, bro, but your mind just starts to
over
do some shit
1,000 of your 5,200 weeks have passed. Depending on what you aspire to, at this point you're either working already or have entered further education. The amount of fun you can have in this phase of your life varies a lot. If you pick up a trade or need to work to support yourself or others, the serious side of life begins earlier. If you go to university, you get to push back work life a bit longer.
It's still a little bit of work.
Most people start working for real in their 20s at the latest, which begins the productive or potentially grindy or soul-crushing period of your life. People tend to work...
Bro, he just made me... he just made me feel really bad inside, bro. The soul-crushing and the grinding period of your life starts. Jesus, my voice, man. I mean, it's kind of true though. Bro, I'm turning 19 in like 2 months, and fam, I already feel so shit. Cause the work, the load, and the bills and shit I'm gonna have to start paying already, fam.
The age of 65, which means that you'll spend at least 2,000 weeks of your life with serious adult work, hopefully in a job that makes you feel good and appreciated, or that makes the world better. This is such an important thing that we'll look at work and how you can try to find a satisfying career in another video. This is the main block of life for most people, the time when you might have kids and travel a bit,
to 65,
and climb the career ladder, and build a house, may get divorced and fall in love again. In this phase, you transition from being young to middle-aged to old. Not old, but the young old of your 60s.
Golden days,
At 65,
golden girls.
you've used up 3,400 of your 5,200 weeks.
That's a lot.
The last phase of your life begins. If you've managed to acquire enough
not a lot of people reach the phase after that, fam. Not a lot of people reach 65, to be honest.
wealth to retire, in theory, you're now free to do whatever you like for up to 1,800 weeks.
This block of this 1,800, most people are gonna be like fragile, their back and shit like this. That's why I tell people, when you get your bread or when you're getting it, like during that work phase, you should have skydived, you should have went to bars, had fights, you know, do all type of interesting stuff while you're still young and you're making money. Don't push it off into say, oh, when I retire, I'm gonna do this and that. Life is life, fam. Anything can happen.
But of course, this is not how it works for the majority of you watching this video. 19 out of 20 people will not live to 100. The average lifespan in the US is 79. In Germany, it's 81. In Japan, 84. In Brazil, it's 70.
Them Asian countries, they live a long life because I think it's more about like the food they eat and like just their genetic makeup.
5. If you die at age 80, which is still not bad, you only have 780 weeks of freedom after you retire. That's roughly as many weeks of freedom as an old person as you spent as a child. Unfortunately, disease and the tiredness of age trip you up here.
This is why I don't want to live to be that old. I mean, I would love to live till I'm like 200. I want to see a lot of shit. But like, bro, when you get old, back pain, heart problems, you lose sight. Fam, I can't already see good already. I need glasses, and I'm gonna lose my eyesight.
For example, the vast majority of cancer-related deaths occur in people over 70.
Bro,
if you bet all your fun cards on being free and happy in your...
Fam, this is why I'm trying to throw my dice, become a YouTuber, become a musician, etc., etc. Chase my dreams. I want to do cooking. I want to have a restaurant. I want to be a fashion designer, bro. That's what I'm trying to explore right now. Because if I give my life up on my dreams and start to grind until I'm 65 to retire, and then I have not that many years left to enjoy the money, what fun is that?
Retirement, you might be bitterly disappointed.
Can't
and all of this is still assuming things work out and you even get to grow old. You can drown in a pool at age 7, get cancer at age 32, die in a car crash at age 48. You can fall from a ladder at age 60. Every day the universe rolls a bunch of dice for every human, and every day someone somewhere on this planet rolls a critical failure and their life ends that day. The older you get, the more dice are rolled for you. Usually when you swim through the ocean that is your life, you don't think about all of this too much, and that's fine. Life is engaging enough by itself, and the future is this undefined weird thing. But thinking about it from time to time is helpful in refocusing on what you want to do and to minimize regrets you will have when you look back.
So many paths
and to remind you that if you don't use your time today, you might not get a chance to use it tomorrow. Life is complicated.
Facts. I told you, bro. If you don't use your time now, you may not be able to use it in the future. I'm saying this for me because I have big dreams and I know they will come true. That's what I believe anyways. Chase your dreams, fam. If you can, if you're still young, even if you're not young, even if you're old, chase your dreams, bro. Chase them. I hate to see somebody who lives with regret. Regret is not something you should live with.
And it's hard to make decisions between all the things and people that are important to you. This has become painfully obvious to billions of people during the coronavirus pandemic. If you respected social distancing, so many things that we took for granted were not available anymore.
This pandemic
Traveling
fucked
in public
up so
places
much
and
shit
eating
for me,
out
bro.
and seeing friends and meeting new people. Spending time together became limited and precious. But actually, the
from
time
all
you
the
have
men
with the
them,
people
bro.
you
You can't
love
even see
is
your boys no
already
more.
precious. Think of your parents. As a child, you spend basically every day with them. Your time spent together begins to decline as you transition and become a teenager and fight to develop your own identity. But as teenagers, you probably still see them regularly, which changes as you enter your
I still
20s,
live with my
when
mom.
most people move out for university, for work,
I
or just to be
plan to
on
move
their
out
own.
next year though.
If you're making an effort to be with your parents for 2 full weeks each year for the rest of their lives, which covers the main holidays, birthdays, and a bit extra, you still have already spent more than 9.
I've already used most of my time with my mom, and if I want my mom to be in my life alive, man. I love my mom, man. Bro, I don't want to
of
cry,
the
man.
time
Let me
you
just
will ever
continue the
spend with
video,
them,
man.
even if they grow pretty old. If they die earlier, or if you see them only a few days each year, this number shrinks even more. So, in all likelihood, the vast majority of time you will ever spend with your parents has passed. The same holds true for your siblings or old friends that moved to the other side of the country. You're at the
That's true, man. Most of your old friends that you grew up with, I'm not still friends with the majority of them, but I'm friends with some of them. But like my sisters, my mom, I always want them to be in my life. When I win, whether I lose or whatever. Cause I just love them, man. They've done so much for me.
the tail end of the time with some of the most important people in your life. One day, you will see them for the last time. And it's actually the same with everything else. The concept of doing something for the last time feels eerie, like something that you should only experience when you're on death row or extremely old. Or
That's true. If you have a passion like, oh, the last time I ever drew a picture or I did something was like this time, go do it again today. Go do it again tomorrow, you know? Don't make anything the last time ever that you do something.
Something like that. But it happens all the time. Is there a hobby you've been lazy about for a long time? Maybe you still have those Warhammer minis that you wanted to paint. Did you always want to revisit that place where you had an amazing time a decade ago? Is there someone you wanted to reach out to for a long time but haven't yet? Or pick up that sport again to meet new friends?
Yeah, there's a lot of people
Maybe
that
you will never
you know?
do any of these things again because life gets in the way, and at some point it's too
You guys
late.
call them lacking, you know?
As the global
Like a little
pandemic
bitch, you know?
begins to wind down, we will all soon be able to be with each other again and do fun things together. It's never a bad time to reach out to a friend or a potential friend and let them know that you're looking forward to hanging out. But no matter when you're watching this,
Yeah, bro,
our life is
I need
an
to text the
incredible
boys, you
gift,
know?
and
We need
there
to
are so
hang
many
out, bro.
fun,
It's been a
engaging,
while, the
and
pandemic,
fulfilling
man.
things to do.
Fucking
And you get
pandemic,
to
bro.
decide what and who matters to you. But what matters the most is that you actually make decisions from time to time.
I know the video's not over yet, but make decisions, bro. Risk it all, dude. Those people that you haven't talked to in months or in a year throughout this pandemic, call them up, you know? Go have some drinks. Go play mini golf. Go do something with them, you know? Enjoy the life, bro, as you're young. Even when you're old, enjoy it until the day you die, because you never know when that is. Live life to the fucking fullest, bro.
This video was based on and inspired by an article by our friend Tim Urban of Wait But Why, the best blog on the internet. Be sure to check it out to get more new
That's a good
perspectives
plug,
on
you know?
things.
That's a good plug, you know?
Also, if you want a reminder about the things we still want to do in life, with Tim's permission, we created a Kurzgesagt version of the calendar of your life
Kurzgesagt.
that lets you track how many weeks of your life you've spent already and how many you have left.
Bro, I
You
don't
can also
want
color
to
in
do
the
that.
weeks to keep track of exactly how
I don't want
you're
to do that.
spending
That's
them.
just gonna fuck with my
If
brain
you're just
even more,
looking for
bro.
a visual reminder to put things in perspective, we've made a timeline of your life. It's printed in
I would love to
vibrant
do
neon
that, bro.
colours on
Timeline.
high-quality paper.
That sounds
and
sick,
will
but still
look
fun.
great as an art piece on your wall.
That just feels like it
all
would
of our
give me more
products,
stress.
these posters were designed with love and produced with care by us here at Kurzgesagt. Getting something from our shop is the best way to support our channel while getting something beautiful in return.
This is sick.
Because of you, we can keep making
the animation is
videos
sick,
like the
bro.
one you just watched.
I would love
and
to do like a
release them
song
for
and then
free
do like a
for
music video
everyone.
for it, bro. That would
Thank
be
you
awesome, bro.
so much for your support.
Thank you, man. You made me think deep, bro. This video changed me for a second, bro. This video made me cry, bro. Damn. Put a fucking like on that. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry to you, bro. Change that, bro. Change that, fam. That fucking bell. Put the bell on, bro. Anyways, it's been your boy Konji. I'll see you guys tomorrow or with the next video, because I record double videos and then post them, you know, separated. I hope my camera quality is much better today, because I've been trying out different angles, and when I put the camera over there, it didn't like isolate my face, so the quality was shit. And I'm sorry from the deepest part of my heart. I'm sorry. I hope it's better today.